Hey everybody, it's Juan Gabriel with Houstir, and today I want to talk about the different sources of generating leads for your real estate business and building your database. We all know, we've all heard of the dreaded cold calling, door knocking that a lot of agents don't like, but there's a lot of agents that are having really good success with it because number one, they understand the mindset, and because number two, they're actually working the phones and they're working the doors. So that's one source. Number two is obviously generating leads online or buying leads through the portals, marketers, and then you got your referral, your sphere of influence, which obviously sends you business. Let's talk a little bit about the difference between two. I want to ask you a question today. What is your time worth? You know, a lot of the people that are on the phones that are at the doors, they're literally spending most of the day doing those income producing activities because they're making X amount of contacts and they're making X amount of connections. So X amount of dials, X amount of contacts, X amount of, people that they actually talk to about buying and selling real estate. That's the way that works. So let's talk about online lead generation. It is one of the fastest and most cost-effective ways of building your database and actually building a pipeline of ready-to-go buyers and sellers. Step number one, find a source. Either do it yourself, you hire a company, or you hire somebody to do it with you. There's three ways of doing it. Now, why is it really critical that you do that? Again, I go back to what is your time worth? Do you want to spend all day on the phone or at the door cold calling when you can literally spend $300 to $500 a month, generate 75 to 100 warm contacts, put them in your database and start nurturing them? One thing to understand is that these leads are what's called top of funnel. They're not going to convert right away. If they converted right away, we'd all become millionaires again, like I like to say, within 3 months. It doesn't work that way. Number one, you got to work on that mindset that these leads got to be nurtured. Number two, you got to have a really good follow-up system. There's a bunch of CRMs out there that'll work, that'll do the heavy lifting for you. Lead comes in, send out a text message, send out an email, starts contacting, sending them valuable information. Number three, speed to lead. You got to call your leads within 5 minutes. If you're not calling your leads within 5 minutes, grab that money, throw it away, donate it. But call them within 5 minutes because guess what? They're filling out the form. If you call them right away, hey, we at Houstir, we use lead qualifying technology. We call it the lead optimization engine, and it sets appointments for you automatically on the leads that you get from Houstir, and it actually collects a lot of data. So guess what? As they're filling out that information, call them because the lead comes in right away, and then they're filling out that additional information. Call them right away. That's where you're going to have the most success. To recap, what is your time worth? Do you want to spend your time on the phone all day, at the door all day, or would you rather spend $300 to $500 a month on a system that's going to guarantee you prospects into your database, people that you can talk to, people that can refer you business, people that you can nurture over the long term and that are eventually going to turn into closed transactions? And again, don't focus on these leads being deals right away. Those are going to come from your other sources like referrals from your sphere, but it is a great way to build your pipeline and get closings. Again, Juan Gabriel with Houstir. I hope these tips were helpful.